My gist family, I greet each and every one of una and I celebrate una. I say una own no go spoil. If you're just joining us, please do also subscribe. To my returning subscribers, Oshe to you all. Una know say in the past episode, the way we be, the whole matter wey dey ground, and this whole thing just the wonder. I begin to ask myself, who don't frame Muna like this? Who get mind go frame Muna? Because they need to do a very thorough investigation. They need to do it. Because at this point, I begin to wonder if it is even done. Because Dan, the way Dan is, don't forget, Dan is very jealous of courage. And he wants his money. Remember what he said to Andy? And all of a sudden, he said he's stopping his wife from visiting Muna. The main thing is that people in our clan, they need to know that Almighty God is the spirit of the land and in the spirit. He is in charge of the spirit and in the land. Because when you check it, if you check it, marriage is not to be unequally yoked together. That is not what marriage is. You become one so that both of you will become oneness. Both of you will experience what is given for the other. That is what marriage is. When anything happens to you, you as partners, you are affected by what each of you is doing. Don't forget. Don't mistake somebody's wrong for good. Somebody that is bad is bad. Somebody that is evil is evil. This one that is happening to, should I say, yes, that is happening to Courage and Muna, Chioma and Dan. This is not love. This is not love. It is called, for me, I will just tell you this one is an abuse. It is an abuse because in this marriage, it is when you talk of marriage, it is selfless. But in this particular marriage, it is selfishness that is working in this marriage. And what do we call this one? This is another word for bullying and misuse of control. Don't forget that marriage cannot be built on false emotions. It cannot. When one takes on another man's sin, that becomes one in force for good or bad. That is what marriage is. When you do it, consequences will be paid and experienced by both of them. At this point, Muna is being set up. Muna is being set up. Somebody somewhere has set Muna up. She needs to find she needs to just find out that the one closest to her can hurt her the most. And that is when we say forgiveness is mandatory. But Ejike has decided not to even understand anything about forgiveness. He has decided not to understand anything about forgiving the mother. And that is when we say willful sin is a cause. When you know what you're doing that is wrong and you keep doing it. Muna needs to be separated from Ejike. At this point in time, Muna needs to be separated from Ejike because the situation at hand right now, she cannot even think about anything. She needs to separate herself from Ejike so she can think properly. She can go and get her sanity back. So she can go and get her sanity back. As smart as she is, as nice and kind as she is, she appears not to be able to think straight at this time. She cannot think shingbai. When I tell you people that Dan need to collect another person that need to collect Wotoporos in this whole thing, in this episode that is dropping by day, because Dan is a pure Ivulolo human being, friend, as in Ivulolo friend number one. That is what I will tell you. Dan has an evil nature and a plan to extract wealth from courage. He wants to extract wealth and spread bitterness of his life on others. Just because you are alone, just because you are lonely, you want everybody to be lonely. Yet, he is not a master. When you look at Dan, Dan is a tare among the wheat. His Ivulolo shall soon be faced by him. He will face it and he will understand. My people, I dey tell una say, Muna Mama came at the right time. This woman is filled with a gift many will never understand. Don't wish for anyone's gift not directed for you. Do not wish for it. Because if you check it, you will tell yourself, you know that thing where they say strong-headed children where they are held strong, they know they fall before they wake up or raise up. That is what it is. My people, we say thank you to Mr. Lloyd again. Thank you to the writers, because these people are so brilliant. This is a very brilliant storyline that is true for many people in this real life. You can imagine how somebody's story will be twisted and will be played out. My people, it's not everybody that will win at the end of every game. It's not everybody. In this life, in this thing they call life, no be everybody go win the game with everything that we are going through in this life. We are to learn from each other's experience, no matter how hard it is, no matter how far. If it turns out for good or not good, that is how it has been. That is the process of learning. Our wants in life are never our needs for life. The saying is true. It rains on the just and on the unjust too. The umbrella only provides some shelter for each and every one of us. The rocks in this family union are now crying out. Who will be able to stand and endure the beloved one? Who are designed to move forward when evil lolo of one and good of the other fight in sharing the same space. Anyway, my people, una know how this saying go. I believe that this is a dead giveaway by Mr. Lloyd. This is a giveaway by Mr. Lloyd, because at this point, I say no matter what you do, just know say this life, no be everybody go win. No be everybody go win. Last, one person go carry the cup. And at this matter being Dan go collect him own motoporous last till I come your way again.